Your car's horsepower and torque are two things you just can't have too much of. You closely consider the performance level of a car when you're shopping for one, but what if you want more? We have a few easy ways to boost the horsepower and torque of your car's engine. While some of these recommendations are inexpensive, others will cost more. To improve the performance of your car, try one out and see how it works, or choose multiple. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Install a cold air intake. Dense air is cold air. There is more air per volume when it is colder. This is the same state that occurs when a balloon is released into colder air. But when it comes to engine performance, you can take advantage of this idea. More air will enter the motor when it is denser. You will notice an increase in power as more air molecules mix with the fuel. In essence, there is more power potential to be enjoyed the better the engine breathes air. Huge volumes of cold air are drawn into the engine when you use a high-performance cold air intake. When compared to factory intakes, cold air intakes can sometimes draw in 3 times as much air. Add a high-performance exhaust system. For optimal performance, the exhaust system must be operational. Everything from the engine back is included in the exhaust system, which also includes the muffler, resonator, exhaust manifold or headers, downpipe, and catalytic converter. Depending on your budget, you may choose to upgrade one or all of these components. A free-flowing exhaust system allows for larger diameter pipes. Your car will be able to breathe oxygen sooner thanks to this design, which guarantees that exhaust is expelled more quickly. You will notice a greater reduction in power as this process takes longer. Flash the computer. The computer in your car can be easily reprogrammed with a basic device. Preset configurations for greater torque, horsepower, or more efficient operation are even included in some models. The type of tuner you use will determine how much horsepower you get. However, because some of these systems change emissions and fuel efficiency, new laws have started to crack down on them. Finding the right ECU tuner for your application will require some research on your part. This can save a lot of money, particularly if your vehicle has a turbo. Then, for $100 to $800, you can typically anticipate gains of 10 to 50 horsepower from a single tune. Install a turbocharger. Whereas a turbo is powered by the gases passing through the exhaust, a supercharger is powered by the belt that attaches to the engine. The turbocharger is regarded as an incredibly efficient upgrade because it recycles energy. But turbochargers can also experience a phenomenon called lag or delay. Furthermore, a turbocharger may only increase horsepower by about 25%, which is less than a supercharger. Install a supercharger. Just as the cold air intake improves your car's engine's power and torque, so too do superchargers. But in certain situations, the supercharger compresses the fuel and air to increase power by more than 50%. Compared to turbochargers, superchargers offer several advantages. It is best suited for 6-cylinder motors due to its belt-driven design. Additionally, there are fewer parts to break because an intercooler is not required. Furthermore, installing a supercharger is typically simpler than installing a turbocharger. They are not inexpensive, though. This type of instant power that you get when you press the accelerator will cost you money. Install a performance camshaft. The timing and length of the valve openings are controlled by the camshaft. You can increase the car engine's horsepower and acceleration by adjusting this function and the timing. With a high-performance cam, you can make the desired adjustments. This is not a cheap upgrade, though, and it will make your engine louder, which isn't always a bad thing. Add a Nitrous Kit. Although it has been around for much longer, Nitrous gained popularity with the Fast and Furious franchise. The Nitrous Kit essentially functions as a portable turbo or supercharger, making it easy to move between different cars. A can of nitrous is used to create more air. Similar to the air intake, you will notice more power the more air is pumped into the engine. Nevertheless, the use of NOS kits is prohibited in certain states, making them unlawful. Installing one will cost a lot of money because they can range from $9 to $300. Having said that, for optimal power, you can pair a nitrous kit with your turbocharger or supercharger. Perform a tune-up. Regular tune-ups are the simplest way to increase horsepower and enhance performance. The engine won't run as efficiently if the vehicle has outdated, broken parts. Start by changing your oil regularly. More friction is made possible by contaminated and dirty oil. This not only degrades performance but also increases engine wear. While many synthetic oils can last up to 10,000 miles, conventional oil should be changed every 3,000 miles. Remember to replace the oil filter concurrently. As we're talking about filters, you should also replace the air filter. You cannot expect the engine to produce its maximum horsepower if it is unable to breathe. Finally, if you are noticing performance issues, you want to check the spark plugs. New spark plugs are essential to creating more performance, so you should consider upgrading to iridium over the factory copper plugs installed. While these maintenance tasks don't create more horsepower beyond factory specifications, they will ensure that your engine is producing everything it is capable of. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.